not going to cook them all the way, but just get them, whoops, wash that off. Back the heck with it. We'll just put that out of the show. We're down to 5 mushrooms. And what we're gonna get started on the stuffing while they're cooking. As I said, I've got a few mushroom stems, got some cream cheese, some bacon, got some scallions here. Gonna take the stems and maybe stud the top of it. I'm not gonna cook the stems off. So I guess I'll get our little pan going here. I can see there's no pilot. Unless there is a pilot. There we go.
That was a good magic trick.
Gonna put a little
I
dab.
like that. Don't try that at home, folks.
Don't try that at home. I'm telling you, you got to watch it. This gas, right? Oh my Lord! Hear all that crazy sort of stuff about someone just cooking along and leaves it alone for a few minutes. You got just basic bacon. It's not thick, and it's not this, and it's not that. We're just gonna try to cook it nice and crispy like.
Well, I'm glad to hear this is one of Mom's recipes. I love her recipes.
Yeah, that's right. You like her caponata.
Oh, yeah, I'm still waiting for that recipe.
Yeah, I made it, and everybody said,
that.
just get your mother's recipe, Dan. Back off.
Really?
Not really. I forgot to throw that in.
Yeah. Make Mom feel good.
Yeah.
You got to do that once in a while.
That's right. Between my mother and my wife decorating this house, I'm telling you, I'm starting to feel like? You remember that TV show, Green Acres?
Yeah.
Eddie Arnold, Ava Gabor. That's my situation at home right now. Remember Ava Gabor with the Eddie's right, but the mother-in-law was siding with the daughter-in-law against the son. This is what's happening to me home now. As I said, you could go with these start to finish in the oven, but I'm parboiling them a little bit here, and they're fine.
That was quick.
All right, I'll drain them out right here. And I guess while the bacon is moving along, I can get started on something else. We're also going to make a, you hear about this mozzarella and carosa, the spadini type things, where you've got some mozzarella cheese and various anchovy and red sauces and stuff. And
yeah,
we're going to do a little something like that. I'm reintroducing those sorts of dishes. More comfort food types,
Mm-hmm.
So I guess while the bacon's wheeling along, we'll get something going with that. Let's see, how am I going to do that? Guess I'll need a pan. That'd be a good starter, right? But what I have here are some eggs that I'm going to season. I whipped some eggs up. I'm going to put some parsley in there.
Parsley.
And a little Parmesan cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to end up making this with some bread, some French bread here. I mean, you can use white bread. You can use any doggone thing you want. But I think this French bread will work okay. I'm going to wrap this fresh mozzarella with a little prosciutto.
Okay.
And but you're dealing with bread. There's a little salt in bread, and the mozzarella. It isn't the most highly seasoned thing in the world. So we're going to take this egg wash, and like I said, I put some Parmesan in there. I'm going to add some salt to it, some granulated garlic, and some pepper. Just to start giving this a zip, and I'm even going to season that a little bit when we don't want to bring this bacon along too rapidly. But I'm going to whip the ingredients into the egg here.
And now the egg is going where?
The egg, we're going to make a little sandwich with the French bread.
Oh, I see.
And the mozzarella. And you can, you just got to create some balance here. If the bread's too thick, you won't, you don't want one thing to dominate the other.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't done this in a while, so we're going to find out right here. I'll tell you, I'm really beating these eggs down here. Hope they're going to coat. I may have to season these later. We may have to go to Plan B, folks, on the seasoned egg thing.
These are coming along. I know you want these very crispy.
Right.
Dan, right?
Craig just asked me to get a few eggs out, save a little of that bacon, and whip up some breakfast for him.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll tell you, there's nothing quite like the flavor of bacon. Whoever came up with that, should be given a medal. you know, prosciutto's good. These pancettas are fine. All the little cheeky Italian, but you know, when it comes to good flavor, that good old
Hey,
American
He-Man
bacon's pretty
flavor.
tough to beat. Yeah, you got it. Little bacon. Boy, I'll tell you right now, I think I've totally obliterated these eggs. If this adheres to this this bread, I'm going to dunk this in. I'll be surprised. Yeah, we'll have to. You may be seeing us come back on camera with just plain egg. So I'll take some of this bread. And where's my little bread knife? Here it is. We'll cut it. I could do a little, cut it on the bias a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, that's
We don't gonna go too thick here. We don't want it to dominate. I'll get some nice little thin cuts. I'll make 2 of them. There we go. So now we have some bread. Oops, thought I dropped that too. Old fumble fingers. I'll take some mozzarella cheese. That looks like enough to get the job done. Looks like more than enough to get the job done. We can either wrap it in the prosciutto. How's our bacon doing? Yeah, we'll let the bacon drain a little bit, and then we'll get to the stuffed mushrooms. All right, let me find a towel. Excuse
but
me,
it's
folks.
nothing like fresh mozzarella either.
Oh yeah,
Love
you gotta
that.
love that.
That's nice and fresh. Looks great. Better get back here before I start eating it.
I was thinking about throwing a basil leaf in there. That basil really affects the flavor, though, you know, of something.
Well, you know the basil's pretty strong.
Yeah, that basil is strong stuff. So we'll lay off the basil. Maybe some other time we'll try that. All right, we're gonna let some of this oil get off of the bacon here. Okay. Enough of that. Get this marinara sauce reduced a little bit. We're gonna end up using that for the base of this carrozza. All right, let's see what we can do with it. That fits pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can either wrap it in the prosciutto. All right, we'll go for the wrap job. Okay, like that. We'll make a little sammy out of it. I'll squish it down. See, now I've got to figure
Are you
out.
gonna wrap that one?
Oh yeah,
Are we
got to wrap
playing?
that one. Come on,
Oh yeah.
Dan, get with the program here. Thinking if I should season this. I probably should, just a little bit, smidgy. That's a smidgy wiggy here. That is very bland. Boy, I'm telling you, if this adheres, I'm going to be very, very surprised. I guess I'll get some oil on. That's what we're going to saute in it.
Okay.
Okay, so we just find the proper pan. I have one right here. Yeah, I wouldn't mind heading out to Florida. I'll tell you, but it's been pretty warm around here. A lot of people
Yeah,
golfing.
actually, it has been pretty warm.
Boy, I'm
considering.
telling you, what do you think? Is this going to happen or not?
I don't know.
I'm looking kind of like watered down, like the seasoning really broke it down. Maybe I should have waited till the last second to do it. Usually I don't work with the eggs that way. I just gave this a shot.
Should we try one?
Well, we're gonna, yeah, we'll know as soon as we put this in here if it's gonna happen properly or not. And I imagine you don't have to do this. I imagine you could put the bread in by itself, but I think this coating is gonna really give it some zip. I'm not gonna get this too hot. You know, it's very thick, and you're gonna want to bring that along a little, slightly slowly. Something you can also toss in a deep fryer. I could leave this in for a while, or I could take it out, put it in the oven, and finish it like that, or we'll try to finish it in the pan, see how that works out.
And about how long will you're not going to be keeping them in there for too long then, are you?
Pardon me?
The little sandwiches won't be in there for too long then, will they?
No, I'm really looking to just kind of sear the outside of it and get that
Sear it on
mozzarella
both
kind of moving. Get that, not totally melted, but, get it where it's moving.
Okay.
supple, I think is the word. And we'll see if I can turn these over without breaking the sandwich apart. It's been years since I did this. It's one of these items that from way back when. It's an early 80s item. You see it here or there on menus. You'll see it here or there. So I'm going to coat this entirely. Put it in there.
Well, I tell you, a lot of the things come back. They tell you if you wait long enough, everything comes back eventually.
That's right. All right. We got these sauteed along. We're going to brown them up a little bit.
They look pretty good.
Yeah, I don't want to make it too crispy.
No.
Then again, maybe you do want to make it too crispy. Well, I thought I was going to have to, I can see the cheese is melting, where I'll have to not mess around with it too much. Got them browned up a little bit. That'll add that egg wash will add a lot of nice seasoning to it. I've got our marinara sauce ready. You can put any sort of sauce with it. See if I can find a little plate to put this on. And I think we sauteed the bread enough. I think that's had it. And you know, we want to maybe get it out of this oil. So what I'm going to do here, you know, next time I'm going to put it in a slightly higher pan so there's less penetration from the oil. I think what I'm going to do is just let that melt a little bit here. I'm going to let the heat of the pan melt the cheese.
Okay.
And I guess while we're doing that, while we're waiting for that, we can get started on the stuffing. We've got some cream cheese.
Mm.
Usually you're seeing crab meat stuffings and sausage, and this is, you know, very tasty. Cream cheese is good. It's not light. This is not a light dish. This isn't low-cal cardboard, I'd rather cheese. I'd rather eat nothing sometimes than some of the stuff they get you. I mean it. I'd rather starve.
I don't know.
Not starve.
I
You know.
like cream cheese.
No, I know. I mean some of this low-cal stuff.
Oh yeah, the low-cal stuff. That's
See,
for
I
sure.
can feel the cheese is moving in there. So I figure we're at the point that we want to be. So I'm going to take some marinara sauce, use it as a little base. Does that have nice consistency?
Mm-hmm.
Got the little chunky wonkies in there. No puree.
Oh, no puree. Okay.
No paste. Nothing to bind it. They were just, when we put them in, they were tomatoes and water. And we didn't have to cook them for a year and a day. We'll do that on our next show, get that marinara together. Okay, here's our little carrozza types. Our little sandwiches. Well, they're a little crispy on the outside, not too crispy. We're going to set them right up there on our marinara sauce. Whoa, look at that.
Right,
cheese is
melted
melting
cheese,
a little
yeah.
bit. You got the fresh mozzi going. You got it all seasoned up and nice. Now, we don't want to get crazy with this parsley. We'll get it on the white out there, right? Maybe contrast the white a little bit. We don't want to look like a mess on it, making a total mess. And why don't we drop one of these bad boys right in the middle? So there you have
There
it.
you go.
A little mozzarella and carrozza.
Okay, and I see we're going to be doing something with the bacon.
Yes,
right,
yes.
Right quick.
Yeah, we've got a little cream cheese in there, okay?
Okay.
I've got some mushroom stems. Got some of our scallions. I've got some seasoning. And this is basically it. Let me cut up these little nermies. Oh, thank you.
Scallion over there.
Thank you. I go mostly with the greens. Chop it kind of fine. I'll get it going a little bit. No, actually, this will be fine. But, you know, the mushrooms are slightly on the bland side. They'll have real nice texture. The bacon's spicy. But it's basically the cream cheese, the bacon, and the scallion. It's a great combination, I'll tell you that.
And you're using all the scallion, the whole.
Yeah. We trimmed it down a little
Whole
bit.
thing.
There were some not nice parts on it. We managed to get rid of that before the camera came on.
The little squiggly ends.
Yeah. The bad stuff.
Yeah.
All right. That looks like enough. I can always cut a little bit more up. We'll cut our bacon up, still in the semi-crispy zone. I'm going to cut the bacon. I'm not going to chop the bacon up too finely. You know, we don't want to have a where you can choke on a piece of bacon. But we're going to cut it in a more coarse zone. So I think I have a little more bacon than I need here. I'll undercut it.
So you want it kind of crispy, but not really crumbly, to the point where it's crumbly.
Right.
Okay.
Because it is going to be in with that soft cream cheese, you know. I think I should use Bacos.
Yeah, I was going to say, you want to taste that it's real bacon and not
I
those
know.
little bits.
I know, I'm only kidding you. I could never sleep at night when I did that. That was so fatty, right? Okay. Let's try that. That looks like enough bacon to dominate that. Maybe a smidgey more. That's going to disappear.
Oh yeah, let's get a little more in there.
What the heck?
What the heck?
And we're just going to season it, mix it, and stuff our little chilies up. There we go. Put our scallion in.
Scallion.
Helps soften the cream cheese. I don't recommend doing it in a radar. Gonna put a little salt. Watch the salt. We do have bacon in there. A little garlic. A little pepper.
And the mushrooms go in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on the top.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna move them on the top. Oh my lord. This could be a little softer. Time to get out the machete. See, where's our little spoon? Here we go. Get out the pressure here. Yeah, this could have been a little softer. I'll have to work on it a minute or two here.
You need to kind of keep that out at room temperature for a while.
About 4 days.
About 4 days.
Yeah, we don't serve them with a sauce. There's no dipping sauce with this. We figure there's enough flavor here to get the job done. Finish the job. These scallions really kick in there great.
That cream cheese is softening up.
Yeah. I have me out of breath before the show's over, but
The most exercise Dan has had
Yeah,
in
really.
a week.
right, a year. Okay, that's pretty well mixed. Let's see if we can get our little mushrooms. Get them on a plate that we're going to roast them in the oven. You get a little larger mushrooms in these. And of course, if you just want them bite-sized, you can get them smaller too. This would be a great idea for a Super Bowl party.
Ooh, yeah. Like a lot of those little hors d'oeuvre types of things for Super Bowl.
Yeah, little nips.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the Super Bowl parties. I'm telling you, it's getting like I can't. You know, nothing for nothing, but the Super Bowl parties can be a real drag. I'm going to end up saying something now. I'm going to get a few nasty phone calls. And I'm not going to say anything like, what are ladies being doing invited to the Super Bowl parties? I'd never touch that.
Hey.
No, but seriously, you end up going to these parties, and then the kids are over, they're running around, and the game is on. You know, it's like, I don't know if I've caught 10 minutes of the last 3 Super Bowls. It's like I enjoy the playoffs more.
I think the best part of this are the commercials.
Right. Oh, they're fantastic,
Are they
right?
great?
Right. Yeah, they really do introduce some great ones. But I mean it. I don't know about you, but if you're into football at all or even bother with the Super Bowl,
Yeah, we do
or
Super
going
Bowl.
to these sort of things, but I'm telling you, all the quacking and the food and the holy smokes, I want to get about 4 guys and a I want to get about 4 guys and a gallon of vodka and lock ourselves in the room for 4 hours. All right, I'll take these mushroom stems, cut these up a little bit. But just joshing, I guess, about the Super Bowl. I love it to be a family day and have everyone involved. It's really how I feel. When are they going to make another home run?
Take a look at that nose, Pinocchio.
No, but you got to admit, when you get a big Super Bowl party going, there can be a lot of noise in the house. Holy smokes.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Last game of the year. What the heck? Okay, we'll try one more of these here. You know, these actually make it look real neat on the top, and I managed to find a nice use for the stems. So happy about that.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was waiting to see what you were going to be doing with those.
Yeah, just gonna chop them up here and make them look like my brother's dog's studded collar. I think he's got a matching one. We're just gonna squish them into the cream cheese. I really overloaded these here. Hope they don't go running over the side, but we'll see when they come out. I want them to stay right there and be good. Nice. Don't be bad and go over the side.
Actually, that is a nice touch. Just kind of finishes the...
Right, and they're
finishes it
gonna,
off.
right, for the amount of time they'll be in the oven, they're gonna cook.
Save some for last.
Yep. A little bit there. And they really give it some height, some girth, some pizzazz, a little bit of visual, you know, a good look. All right, I'm going to toss these in the oven, and we'll try that mozzarella and carrots out.
Okay. Okay. I think the mushrooms,
The mushrooms
are ready.
were there? All right.
I think
Let's
we're
give 'em
there.
a whirl here. Yeah, they're sizzling along.
Ah,
There we are. Let me
I
get a
can hear
little
that
plate.
sizzle. I don't know if our audience can hear that sizzle.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, we could have, number one, they were edible before we put them in if you wanted to eat them cold. Number two, we didn't have to parboil the mushrooms. Number three, I like putting them in a very high oven. I think we have one more here. Well, I'll tell you, these are going to taste good. Let me
They
tell you.
look great.
This isn't crab meat, boy, but I'll tell you right now. Not everybody loves crab meat. Most of the people I know like bacon. This works. How are we going to do this? I'll chop it a little more coarsely. How about a piece of this look on each? We'll do that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Put a little piece on the top.
Give it an extra little garnish.
A little garnish there, and then maybe, you know what I'll do? I'll try some of that, that paprika mix that I have. See if we can add that other color in here, a little red color, and maybe, Uh-oh. Dinner's at Eddie. Maybe I could put this in between the mushrooms and stay off of the edge of the plate. Something like this. You know what I mean? Just
Oh,
to
we're
bring it up a
getting
little bit.
Creative here.
A little dust.
Really creative.
So we just got the green and the red bringing out the white a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Some stuffed mushrooms there. Cream cheese, bacon, and scallions. Yippee-ki-yo-ti-yay.
Thanks for joining me in Dan's dining room. We're out of the kitchen. And, you know, we spent a lot of time in the kitchen. It doesn't look like we did a whole lot here.
No.
But I think we could probably split this and get away with it.
Yeah, I'd
Right?
say so.
Maybe with a gallon of vodka.
I meant a case of beer. Yeah, we've got our stuffed mushrooms there. Mommy's stuffed mushrooms. We've added a little scallion to her recipe and a couple of these little nermies, mushroom stems to the top of it, and just baked them on up in the oven, real high flame. They're really tasty with that cream cheese base. We've got this, our own little variation of this mozzarella and carrozza. It looks like French toast, kind of, the way we've done it. We had that seasoned egg wash that managed to work out, right? And we've got a little prosciutto and fresh mozzarella in there, and we put it over our marinara sauce. Yeah, I prefer that with a little of the hot pepper in that red sauce.
Ooh, a little hot pepper. We like it hot here.
Zippity-doo-dah.
That's right. Okay, well, folks, thank you for joining us again this evening on Cooking with Dan Leslie. My name is Janet Rapasardi-Hoffman. We'll see you again next week.